Hello and welcome back to another iRacing video. Today we are again in the Super Formula at Portimao qualifying. I didn't do any qualifying, by the way, um, because I wanted to see whether that works better for me or not. Because in the last few races that I did, um, I had quite a few moments or a few races where there was a lot of incidents and stuff. So I thought by myself, let's just try it and maybe it works, and if not, then we'll just go back to qualifying.
The track temp
Yes,
is
the lights
23.
are
The
going
air
on.
temp is 21 Celsius. Okay, Martin, are you ready? Watch for the lights.
And away we go. Good start compared to the guy on the left. He just didn't go. Turn 1, quite a tricky corner to get through side by side.
On your right, clear
I'm
right.
trying to be really slow through here, really careful. It seems like everybody survived turn 1. Into the hairpin we go. These cars have a lot of grip, but not on the first lap, especially through there. There are 2 or 3 cars going off. I thought that the car on the right would come back on the track, so I immediately went
Carla, clear left.
to the left because I panicked a little bit, and I didn't want to crash into him, because then it was race over. Everything seems okay for now. There's a car on our inside here, trying to get the slipstream to get this guy here on our left right now. Going for the inside, not a really nice place to be. So again, 2 cars going off.
Clear right, clear all round.
Lots of chaos
Left side,
today.
still there.
And we also have a hell of an hour almost to go. So it's such a long race and everybody's just sending it and wheel banging and going crazy. But as you can see, if you just survive, then
Left side,
you get quite a few places. From 26 we go towards the top 10, I guess. There's one car
right, clear all around.
on my right here.
P17.
Loads of overspeed. Or P17, so not quite top 10, but still 9 places
On your right.
if you just survive. And maybe if I qualified, then I will be in the middle of the pack and probably also in some crashes. So that guy spun and we get a 4x for that. It's really annoying, those 4x's, because somebody else is spinning out. I also went to the left a little bit more to avoid it, but still got the 4x, but it is what it is, shit happens. But it is annoying as this car ahead of us
Clear left.
locks his brakes there, and one car spinning out. It's quite easy to do that when you go uphill, as we are going in towards lap 6. There are a few lockups here and there, quite a lot of smoke coming
Okay, Martin.
from the tires,
Who knows? The gap behind is now.
but we catch up with P11, P10. They are having a little battle here, so I'm trying to get some advantage out of that. So he goes for the inside, and I try to swing by
Left side,
with this red car here. So he
still there.
now on his outside, couldn't really keep it around there. He just completely missed his braking point,
All right. Right side
and
clear.
that means that we get a free position there. Pace overall was quite okay.
Nice one.
Not that quick, but at least top 10 worthily. But as you can see, 35.7 isn't the best.
Don't be intimidated here. P11.
but it's also not the worst. We're now in P11 already. There's still a long race to go. The car behind us has a really good exit out of turn 1. We're now in lap 8. Still close enough to them to try and overtake him. But these guys were somewhere around my pace. Some of them were a little bit quicker, but they also made a few mistakes. So I'm trying to send it up the inside here. A little bit too late of a move, but luckily he didn't steer into the corner and saw me, so we could both get through it. So I just wanted to show myself a little bit there, that I was there and trying to overtake him. Didn't expect to be there with my nose. They're weaving all over the place here, trying to cut the toe. I don't know if it works to stay behind them or just keep on the racing line. I don't know what's quicker.
Stay close, wait for him to make a mistake.
So I'm really struggling behind them right now because we're pretty much on the same pace. I'm waiting for them to make a mistake as I go a little bit too deep into the corner and touch him on the rear of his car.
Hold your line.
At that moment I was thinking, what was he doing? Why so slow through there? But as I see it right now, that was my mistake.
Car left. Clear left.
But I get penalized for it, and my front wing is damaged as well. As we will see that in the lap times from now on. We still have half a race to go. P11 is not really the place where I wanted to be. I knew I could overtake them. So right now it's just surviving. As we are now in lap 11, the guys behind me catched up with me. As you can see, 37.1s so far off pace. So it was just waiting for them to overtake me. So I'm still trying to fight them, maybe not the smartest decision. So I already lost quite a lot of time every single lap, and then fighting with them won't help as well. But also P15 is 6 seconds behind me.
Left side. Still there.
So I think this wasn't the best decision I had. You can see they are just pulling away from me on the straight. I'm still trying to be as close as possible to at least get the toe on the straights. And not fight too much with them. So at least don't lose too much. Especially in these cars, they have really good slipstream. That works quite well. But right now it was just trying to stay with this guy. almost run into the back of him again. Wasn't the best of weeks for me. From close collisions to real collisions, and also taking some people out. As you will see as we go towards the end of the lap, on the straights they will just pull away from me, even though I have the toe. There's also a back marker that is going to unlap himself. But P15 is not closing in that quick, so that's something good. As you can see, 0.4 already from 0.3. 5, it just goes up and up and up on the straights. The back marker luckily stays behind me and didn't try to overtake me. But it was mostly on the straights where I lost the most amount of time to the corners. I could keep up with him. As we are already on the last lap, I'll skip through it a little bit. There wasn't too much, of course. Just trying to push as hard as I can. but P16 didn't catch up with us, so that's a good thing. But not the best of races, of course. But still, at least we are in the plus of Irating. But there was so much more
Well done, mate. Good finish.
more points to get here. But sometimes shit happens, and we just move on to the next one. As we go into my second race here, this was such a weird one. I selected wet tires because the track was wet. I checked it like 4 or 5 times, and it just
20 minutes.
didn't pick them. I was on slicks every single time I switched to them,
Okay, Martijn.
as everybody else is, so I think it's just a bug or something.
20 minutes remaining. You've got 20 minutes
But we
left.
just try to survive here. So the start was good. Going into
Clear all around.
turn 1, there was one car on my inside as P1 spins. P2 also spins because of him. That Red Bull in front of us almost ran
Hold your line.
into the side of the guy that's
Hold your line.
on my outside.
Right side's clear.
As I was feeling quite confident in the rain.
Right side's
Not
clear.
really
Good
on
start.
this side here.
Yeah,
You also
definitely
get
wet.
tapped by somebody else.
Don't move. Thank you.
So it was quite a lot of
Holy
chaos.
shit.
But most of the time I feel pretty comfortable in the rain. At least in this car. Haven't driven
Car left.
too many cars in the rain.
Still clear left. Left side.
But in the Super Formula Lights I
Still
feel
there.
quite comfortable.
Still there. Clear
But
left.
we go from P2
Car
to
right. Clear
somewhere
right.
at the back.
Yellow flag.
But what you will see is that a lot of people went off. So almost everybody is on slicks. So I think it's just something wrong with the game. But compare my pace right now to the rest, as there is another car going
On
off.
your left. Still clear left.
I felt quite good. Grip wasn't the greatest, but it also wasn't
Car right.
that you spun like
Clear
every
right.
single time you go onto the gas. As we go into this corner, the car ahead of me spins it. I was waiting for it.
Clear right.
As he spun, there was another car coming from behind, and he just took me out. So that was
Hey, you fucking move
a little
on
bit
the track.
unlucky. So we just do another one. At least this one is in the dry for now, because there is rain forecast. So we might need to switch strategy here. But I was ready for that. If I had to, I knew I needed to pit. So I was just waiting for the rain. But as the lights are going out,
Go, go, go.
and away we go from P5 for the last
20
race
minutes to
here
go, 20
in
minutes.
Portimao. A good start compared to the guys behind me. We keep up with P3 here, as these guys were really quick in qualifying.
Still there.
As we go
Hold
up
your
the
line.
inside,
He's still there. Still there.
and we keep it around the outside here.
Clear
As there
left.
is a yellow car behind us in the mirror that's also had a really good exit through there. I was a little bit scared here if somebody would brake too late and
Great
just
start. Well done.
run into the back of me, but luckily that didn't happen. But the guys ahead of me were really quick in quali. They were doing like 51s, if I'm correct. P1 even did a 150. But you will see in this race that it's not about your quali lap times, that it doesn't really matter. Of course it's better to start at P1 than P20, but in the end race pace is way more important in the end than qualifying pace. As we go through the last few corners here, they are fighting with each other, so I could keep up with them. And I had a feeling this could have been a P1 here, because there was so much trouble this week that it wouldn't be weird for me to see them both going off, especially in turn 1. So nasty if you're up the inside as this guy. I don't know what he did. Maybe too much brake bias towards the rear, but he just sends it to the left. I really don't know what happened to him, but it means that we get a free place here. As we are going into the next lap. I don't know if you hear it, but I got a Steam update thing just popping up out of nowhere. If it was just 1 second later, I could have easily clicked on yes and just go on. Completely in the middle of the corner, I get a 1. So I think I lost out of on P1 today, but we'll see. We will see what happens. So right now into lap 6. As you can see on the screen, there is a little bit of rain here. And this is the moment where I've been waiting for. Because now it's about strategy. Whether you go into the pits or not. If it's raining too much, of course. So right now we just have a little bit of a light rain here. You can see like the clouds aren't too grey and big. So for the moment we are good on slicks, but maybe after 2 or 3 laps we might need to pit for the wets, and then it's about strategy, who goes first. And overall I wasn't too slow compared to the guy ahead. He was doing 36 zeros, and my best was 36.3. Well, right now 37.2, but he was also getting a little bit slower, of course. But I really needed to try and catch up with him. And 3 seconds is quite a lot if you do the same lap times, and sometimes he's quicker than I am, so that's one thing we need to look out to. As I'm now switching to the wets. If I had to pit, then I wanted to be ready for it. So at 36.8 as the quickest lap right now. I'm sorry, so I'm just 8/10 slower every single lap, but he's not driving away, so I'm not really sure what lap times he did. Maybe he did 36.4 or something. I'm a little bit lost right now, but that doesn't really matter. As P3 is slowly fading away behind me, so that's a good sign. As I think people were a little bit scared of the rain, but in this car you have so much grip on a dry track, and to be honest I didn't really feel any difference compared to a dry or wet track. or like light wet track. So I didn't feel the need to change tires. But as we go into the last lap, the guy ahead of me, P1, almost 6 seconds ahead of us, so
You've just done a
that was
137.9.
too far. He was too quick in the end. And P3 is 6 seconds behind. So there wasn't really any pressure from behind, especially when the rain started. The gaps were growing bigger and bigger, but it wasn't too wet to have a little strategy here. You could just stay on the slicks, and I was too slow for P1, and P3 was too slow for me, so that gives us an easy P2 without any troubles throughout the race. I could just drive my lap times. I was pushing, but not enough to actually be any danger. As you can see, we are catching quite a lot. It's just 3 seconds, so he could still make a mistake, but luckily for him, he didn't. Maybe the back marker was in his way, as I see him right now. As you can see, there is quite a lot of spray, but still there was enough grip to stay on the slicks. But as we go through the last corner and over the finish line in P2, a really good result compared to the first and the second race. And luckily no rain or any craziness that messed up my races. So of course the second race was a little messed up because of the rain, but the last race was good and the grip was good, so I hope there will be some more races in the rain, because it's quite a lot of fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.